Hey everyone, Dominic here with the Raving Hordes Game Club in Saskatoon. This time it's round 4 of the 2019 Canadian Open. Round 4 was Counter Thrust with Secure the Target. For those of you who watched the first 3 rounds, I'm not doing so good going into day 2. A collective 5 points off the start here. I kind of hoping I can turn things around for day 2 and went into it with a bit more of an aggressive attitude before I found out who my first round opponent was. And then, of course, when I found out who my first round opponent was, is an old friend who used to be from Saskatoon as well. I felt that I shouldn't be so aggressive in a game either. But yeah, let's get right into it. Here's a look at my deployment from left to right. Bat swarms, zombies. There's the Barrow Guard with halberds, Barrow King in there. 2 bat swarms beside that, the big unit of skeletons with my Vampire General, Shrieking Horror next to that, and then over there we've got the Vampire Knights with Vampire Courtier in there, Barrow Knights over here, as well as the Varkalak. For the Orc and Goblins, he's got some, I believe they're, I can't remember what they're called, the Squigs, whatever they are called now. Gnasher Wrecking Team, Big Brother Giant, Gnasher Wrecking Team, a unit of Savage Orc Boar Boys. Beyond that, he's got I think it's a Feral Orc War Boss on a Wyvern. I can't remember what he went. I'm pretty sure it's a Feral. Next to that, he's got a unit of Common Orcs and a big unit of Black Orcs next to that. He's got his, I guess it's a Goblin Caster on the Ragnarok, and then another unit of, what you call them, Savage Orc Boar Boys, and then beside that he's got another unit of, they may even just be called Mashers. I can't remember what they're called. So that's a quick look at the table there. You can see one of the tokens is the poker chip, and the other token is this orange one over here. He had some scouts placed, so we put down a unit of spiders and a unit of spiders. And then I also had a Vanguard move. I believe I took a picture of it. Yeah, there it is. His Vanguard and a Vanguard on this side. Let's see here. I think yeah, that's the look at the table as we go into turn 1. And I believe Vampire Covenant took turn 1. I move up that Varkalak just in front of the 1 unit of Goblin Raiders. My line shifts up, but not very fast. I think I move about 4 inches up. Go into Magic Phase. We did Whispers of the Veil on these guys. And that's pretty much it, I think. Nothing else really went off, stopped it. We go into turn 2. Just a quick look at the table as things are shaping up. Turn 1 for the Orc and Goblins. Those 2 random moves. I must have taken a picture of it. The rest of his lines advance up, but again, not super aggressively. Goes into Magic. And he did some stuff. I believe he did. He tried to do Raven's Wing on. Oh no, he did. Did Raven's Wing on those Squigs right there. He also did Deceptive Glamour on. Put the Deceptive Glamour on the Varkalak. He cast another spell here too. I'm just trying to remember what it was, because he's got Deceptive Glamour on his own guy as well. But we go into turn 2 for the Vampire Covenant. These zombies declare a charge against the spiders. The Barrow Knights declare a charge against those spiders, and the Varkalak declared a charge against the Squigs up front. Now these guys fled, and I failed to redirect to to go into the Squigs, which wasn't that big of a surprise. The rest of the lines kind of move around. Both those charges over there made it in. And we go into magic. So into magic phase, I do the Rot Within on his Black Orcs, Iron Orcs. I think that was pretty much it. I think I might have boosted that spell as well, so that it gave me +1/+1. We go into combat over here, and I get the spiders. I kill off the spiders, no problem. Overrun into the I'm going to call them Nashers. Into the Nashers, and we do a little bit of wounds to them. He does a couple wounds back to me, actually, and then he popped. The explosion from them popping actually killed out my Varkalak. You can see it's missing. And did 2 wounds over here, and that was pretty much it. I failed an overrun into these guys, and I'm sitting out there just like that. So that's kind of what the table's looking like as we go into Orc and Goblins turn 2. So the Ragnarok goes into the Barrow Knights. The Nashers over here declare a charge against the zombies, and they fail. This one, of course, makes it in, no problem. Over there, he did the random moves. One of the Nashers comes through and takes out, it looks like, 4 of the Barrow Guard. The other one's is sitting up front. He goes into magic phase. And not sure what he cast. Raven's Wing, obviously, on the savages there. And I think that was pretty much it. He goes into combat, wipes out the Barrow Knights, no problem. And that's what the table looks like as we go into turn 3. So this time I declare a charge from the zombies up there, and we also declare a charge from my skeletons up here to the savages, and then we also declare, I think I actually went back. I think we changed, I was going to go here, I changed my mind. Instead of declaring this one, I declared this charge, and these guys failed that charge, and those guys failed their charge as well. After that, I moved the 2 Bat Swarms on top of the Nasher Wrecking teams. Just barely, this one's alive as well as that one pretty much, so I got pretty lucky that they weren't wiped off, but needed to get them out of my backfield. And everything else kind of moves up. The Shrieking Horror goes up right in front of the Savage Boar Boys, and we go into magic. I cast the Rot Within on his savages again, or for the first time. I did Arise to get my wounds back, and I think that's pretty much it. Over here we went shooting. Looks like I killed off 6 or 6. Nope, I think I killed off 4 because 2 were already dead. Yeah, so I killed off 4 guys there, and that's what the table looks like. Into Orc and Goblins, turn 3, the Iron Orcs declare a long charge against the Vampire Knights. The Savages go into the Shrieking Horror. The Boar Boys go into the Barrow Guard. And so does the Lord on a Wyvern in the back there. This time, all 3 of those units there declare a charge against the zombies. And these made it in. Those, of course, made it in. And the Black Orcs failed. Iron Orcs failed. So yeah, that's what kind of things are looking like. We go into magic phase. I believe he lowered my offense-defense skill here. And that was pretty much it. Into combat over here. He does a bunch of wounds to me and slowly starts to grind. By slowly, I mean about half the unit, but we go into the center big fight over here. He doesn't do very much damage to me, and I proceed to pummel his units. Over here, he does 2 wounds to the Shrieking Horror. I do a bunch back, and it's a push. And that's what the table looks like. Vampire turn 4. So what we do here is we put the skeletons into the flank, the bat swarm into the flank, and the knights decide to just turn around and get away from the black orcs, the iron orcs, sorry. I didn't really feel like I needed to fight them just yet. We go into magic phase. We do a rise. We get some of our wounds back there in a bubble, I believe I cast it. We did the Rot Within again on his iron orcs. And yeah, then we go into combat. So over here we fight a duel with the My Lord and his Lord. My Lord beats up on him. The Barrow Guard wipe out the rest of the savages, and we didn't kill the Lord because we needed something to pursue there. Yeah, we put I think I put 3 wounds on the Lord though. And then he broke, we caught him, and we actually, these guys here are engaged in combat now. So they're actually further up. Over here, he did another wound to me, I did a couple more to him, but we're staying there. And on that far one, I'm down to, it looks like 3 or 4 zombies left out of the unit. So now we're going into, oh, yeah, no, I think this is, would have been going into the next Orc and Goblin's turn. Like I said, going into this game, I actually only had 5 points. My opponent only had 7. We both had some pretty terrible bad luck first games. So you kind of wasn't feeling playing this one out, as it wasn't really going any much further there for the Orc and Goblins, he felt like. So he extended his hand and we called it right there. Yeah, not really too much. It was a fun game, kind of, sort of, nonetheless. I mean, it always is fun when your opponent isn't having fun, I find, but definitely managed to come back a little bit. Now I'm sitting at 25 points after 4 games, which still is nowhere near where I'd like to be for the weekend, but felt good to get finally a win under my belt for the tournament nonetheless. So. Like I said, ended in a 20-0. Hope you guys enjoy the battle and stay tuned for the next one.